See? Return to form. Dude!
We're not in the universe, Doctor.
Oh wow, they're outside of the known universe.
I'm the one who found you.
I'm the one who found you.
To Gallifrey and raised you.
Oh, she's the one that extracted the regeneration abilities.
I was pretty sure you could.
He's just been a... Gosh almighty. A fob watch! Wait, could that be all of her memories?
And I shan't hesitate to call in a favour from someone you really don't want to argue with.
Ooh. Is that a bomb? Ooh. Dude, someone's knocking.
We had an agreement. The proposal.
Wow, so he's working with the Sontaran. And she's dead. Wow. Gosh almighty. Imagine her memories reveal something good about her.
Parting so soon.
Neighborhood went downhill.
I'm leaving
The
this
memories. She's choosing though. That's what I said. She's gonna have to choose.
Exit available.
She'll be fine. See? Wait, hold on. What did it just do to her? What did it...
It's Sontaran.
Connected to her now. What the heck?
Get your hands in the air.
Yeah! Finally we're gonna see her because she's now interacting with the Doctor's companions.
How do you know the Doctor?
I'm the leader of human resistance against Sontaran occupation. Kate Stewart.
Yes! Oh, I've got goosebumps.
Here. Yes! Dan! Kate Stewart! Kate Stewart! Jericho!
Does she know that Doctor's a girl?
What's hardest?
I really want to see that interaction, you know.
division. The power to destroy your universe. And you.
See, it's so personal. Oh my goodness gracious me.
We offer the three-fingered hand of uneasy alliance. We must join together.
Gosh
to survive
almighty.
this threat against us.
So it's basically like, join us, get fooled, or die. That's what it is.
Places,
two options.
same
It sound like
time.
two.
Means three.
I know it's early to be pausing, but I just need to get my head around what's happening. So, the Doctor's phasing in and out of 3 different places, presumably because of something the Swarm did to her in terms of she's got his memory. I think he's just generally connected to her right now. So, she's like almost glitching in and out of these places until she resolves whatever it is that he's doing. But the biggest issue right now is the Sontaran. So they're basically saying, you've got 2 options. You either ally with us, or die. It's as simple as that. Well, we know what the Sontarans like. We know what they were like with Whittaker. We know what we know what they do, right? They get into the minds of humans. They then betray them. I wouldn't be surprised if they're also going to betray the Grand Serpent, because they've done that before. They're selfish, war-driven beings that don't have anyone else's interest in mind. They're not willing to bargain. They don't bargain. They do what they want. We've seen it time and time again, so there's going to be some sort of bigger plan, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be outside the scope of everyone, including the Grand Serpent. And the only other thing that's going on is now the Doctor is either she's with Bell, and Carvanista she's with Yaz, Kate, Dan, and that other guy, or she's with the Ravagers. That's literally like what she's phasing between.
Shall I open it?
I told you about the memories. I bet you they're bad.
I think I shall.
Wait, here we go. Yeah, what was with this big, like, abandoned UFP castle thing?
All the memories you've lost, all the people you've been, it's all in there, contained within that house. What are you waiting for, Doctor? Go inside.
So random. So we're saying the memories are all inside that house.
Are you worried what you may discover? I can make her feel so much more.
What's happening? Oh, wow. So he's basically showing
do this
how that can hurt her. It's like torture. Gosh almighty. Does anyone else feel like those memories that she's gonna get are bad, you know?
Maps and labels relating to these doors.
How long has it been for you two?
3-4 years?
A few years.
We went all over the world. She was amazing. She is amazing.
I reckon she's gonna leave for that reason. I reckon she'll leave for that exact
I
reason.
missed you two. Rips in the fabric of space and time. In one corner of Liverpool.
Can I just say, guys, like, so many people, like, complained about the confusion of the series, which I, like, blatantly disagreed with, because obviously it's a 6 part season. You got to wait till the end till you can sort of talk about that. I think I'm getting to the point where I can finally discuss things. This to me feels like the peak of the confusion. Like, it couldn't get more confusing at this point. But the thing is, right, is it's going to be resolved, we think, this episode. So the question is, the resolution of the confusion, is it going to justify everyone else's comments of hating it, or the comments like mine of saying it's going to make sense eventually? That's what I'm curious about. Also, anyway, but that's beside the point. Like, everyone that's hating on Chibnall's era, like, I know a lot of people really don't like it, even the season, which I find crazy. I will say this, right, even if this episode flops, even if the confusion becomes too much and it doesn't make sense and it doesn't sort of resolve anything, this season has brought us so many fantastic episodes and storylines and plots, namely specifically the Village of the Weeping Angels was absolutely phenomenal. So even if this doesn't end as good, this series is still bang up there. But yeah, I'm starting to feel the confusion really like a lot right now. But yeah, I like it though. Confusing's good because it means like you're sitting on the edge of your seat trying to understand more. So much better than just like a show telling you everything, and then it's not as fun then, you know.
Thank you for everything you've done, Mad Mole.
She talks so much at people, you know.
Why are they raiding Cornish? Oh, metabolic processing, lesser gravity, restorative gas composition. That would provoke a predilection.
You any idea what she's talking about?
Neither do I.
Normal service resumed. Lost 2. Let's go.
Does anyone else just love doing that? Wait, what the heck? This is that metabolic thing. So he's just feasting on human snacks.
We know a couple who are keen to help the Sontaran cause. In exchange, limited access to human chocolate. Maybe even the recipe. You can make it yourself.
So she's basically infiltrating, trying to get people to infiltrate them. Kind of creepy, you know, that he's obsessed.
Chocolate.
What the heck?
Angels.
No, a race called Sontarans.
We need your
Are the angels
abilities
done now in the
order for
series?
you and
That's what
I
my question is.
to go undercover.
Does this sort of thing happen a lot to you?
You'd be surprised. This is a big
I think
risk.
she'd be a good
don't have
companion,
to
you know.
come.
Is that just me that feels that? Like, I don't know what it is about Claire, but like, I just feel like, I don't know, is it just me that thinks like her acting and just her charisma is really right there, you know? In saying that, I did speak the other day about whether a companion would carry over to the next season. I did speak about whether that would actually happen and how I wish that did happen. Now, that doesn't, for example, right, that could happen. You know, we could have a companion that shows up in the specials or now over to the specials, but then perhaps maybe Yaz leaves, perhaps whoever, you know, perhaps Yaz and Dan leave or whatever, or Yaz leaves. But then you've got companions or companion or companions carrying over to the next Doctor. That's just what I would want, you know, personally. Like, I just like it when that happens because I feel like there's a bit of like continuity. It feels a little bit nicer. Were they like good friends or something?
Companion.
Oh wow! Wow.
I have a synaptic collider implanted in my brain. If I talk about it, the collider will inject poison directly into my brain. I'll be dead in 3 seconds.
So that he's basically been
Put that in your
forced to secrecy to stop the Doctor.
I'd do anything for you, but you left me.
Wait, the Doctor left
I
him.
don't have those memories.
It's almost like she's not even that
The whole
person, you
universe
know?
between us.
The final flux destroys. We stop it, wind it back,
Wait, and then just
and
do it.
watch it again
Oh
and again.
my god.
and again.
Sadist
Every looper on those ships,
is dead.
airlocked, out into space.
Wow.
Their bodies now scatter the space lanes.
Genocide.
Every single one.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna kill every last Sontaran.
Wow.
I
Declaring
look
war.
forward to the combat.
If you disrupt the systems, the steps become active. We can make it from here if we run.
Oh.
Self-repair, so they're only there a limited time.
So it like temporarily opens a
I'm
doorway.
all about disrupting the systems.
Run.
We're out. Nice work.
Now what?
But that place though, that's the place that was like, dude,
Faster,
creepy.
human scum.
Wow. Here we go. So they're basically using them to find the final event.
I'm not fully here.
Split across 3 places.
See you later. Bye. Yes. Wait, what?
Please stop torturing me. Like immediately. Hey. Wow. You're cute. Yes. So are you.
What's going on?
I've got
So they've trapped the Grand Serpent, but how is the Doctor now split and staying split? I thought she was phasing between, not like 3 of her just between.
Not long before the detector.
She's literally split over.
Should be getting the data stream now.
Okay, so as I mentioned, the Grand Serpent is, well, we know he's trapped, but he's working with the Sontarans. The Doctor made a good point though. Could he be doing this to betray the Sontarans? Because think about it, the Sontarans are always the ones that betray other allies. Could he be doing this, or does he know that? Is he aware of it? He seems incredibly smart, right? Could he be doing this, like, well, the Doctor said, to rule over in a half-grateful universe? Give me Thanos vibes, you know? Now, somehow the Doctor is split into 3 pieces. Obviously, I think that's the swarm that's done that, I think. But, like, I thought that it was, like, phasing, glitching out. I knew there was 3 glitching in and out, but, like, I didn't know that, like, they could be together. I thought like it was almost like holographic almost. You know what I'm trying to say? Now my question is, what happens if one dies? What happens if one goes off with one lot dies and then there's those 2 left? Is it because a part of her dies, right? Or is this sort of like saying that old memories of hers have split open? I don't know. Could it be something to do with her past, her memories again? But yeah, I think the important thing ultimately is that the Doctor's now with everyone. They've all sort of congregated. Obviously we've still got Vinda who's separated, but he seems to be on the way back now, which is great. Well, we don't even know where he is. Like, is that Planet Time? The surface of Planet Time? No, I think I've already said that. I think I did say this before, but I have a feeling like the Doctor's going to banish Sontarans into passengers. I know it may sound like a really bizarre, strange theory, but the passengers are there. She's using them. It's not exactly killing people, it's just imprisoning them, right? I don't know, I got a weird feeling like those are going to be like turned on into our favour, like onto the Ravagers. I don't know, part of me just gets that weird feeling. Now the other situation is obviously her memories. Now I don't think, I've got a feeling she's not going to get her memories back right now, and I feel like she's not going to want to. Or she may get parts of them back or something, but I don't know, I just feel like there's something really bad there. One thing I will say, guys, which I did sort of speak about a little bit before, and please don't get like really annoyed at this or this comment or whatever, I'm a little bit upset about the like level of involvement Kate's had, because I was expecting like a lot more interaction with the Doctor. I know a lot's going on right now and there's lots happening. There's still like obviously half an hour of an episode left, or maybe a little bit less because of the credits and stuff. It just feels a bit strange that there wasn't like a longer introduction or a longer discussion about what's going on, because I mean at least one of the last times we saw her, the Doctor and her had like a big falling out to do with the Sontarans, well not Sontarans, sorry, the big red rubbery things covered in suckers. The Zygons, that's right, you know, so I'm just, yeah, maybe it's just me, maybe I'm just sort of seeing this a little too critically, but like I said, this is fantastic. I just want to get my view out there as much as possible.
She has done it.
Wow, they found it. Is that because of her history with the Angel? It'll be why, right?
What is it, Krieger? All troops return to ships. Abandon outpost Earth. The Flux offensive is now active.
Time to wipe the planet, basically.
What's in here?
Uh-oh.
Look into our signal. We've managed to...
Been looking
Wow. Have they just been taken again?
Doctor, your existence is becoming too unstable. I fear it will destroy you.
Where Ravagers refreshment? I love that.
I need to stop them. Here you are, waiting for a command that's not gonna come. Okay.
Can I say, guys, sorry if I haven't been saying that much. I mean, that's probably good for a lot of you, but I try to avoid 1, copyright, and 2, making it not very original. Like, I like it being as original as possible with my thoughts, but this episode, everything is happening right now, so I'm just sort of engaged into the outfit.
Get in! Quick, TARDIS doesn't like it in here.
Finally, Vinda and Bella are gonna get to reunite. Yes. Oh.
Luring their enemies to the place they know the final Flux event will explode. If they manage to wipe out the entire assembled armies of Cybermen and Daleks, having lured them there to negotiate
wiping out
the
superior races
then that would reverberate
to
across
rule
civilizations. How do you combat antimatter?
With matter. Antimatter devours matter, but matter slows antimatter down.
Daleks,
The
Cybermen,
Sontarans are planning
humans.
to use their enemies' entire armies.
Okay, finally everyone's reunited. Happiness is brewing, guys, right now. It's fantastic. It's brilliant. We're nearing the end of the episode. We've got under 20 minutes left. We've probably got, like, with titles, subtitles and stuff, like 20, like, I mean, like 17 minutes left or something of this episode. And everything's finally starting to make sense. Why the Sontarans are here, what they're doing. They're basically, well, their plan is to lure the Cybermen, the Daleks, all these superior races, their whole armies to Earth, then use the Lupari shields to defend themselves, release the final Flux event. Well, that's what will be there for the final Flux event. Boom! Destroy them all, except for the Sontarans. Basically sending ripples or shockwaves across the universe as Sontarans being the superior species, and ruling over, which is the only thing they want, right? Now, the Doctor needs... Well, she's now thinking of a plan of how to stop this. First of all, it's about the Flux in general, stopping the Flux and stopping the Ravagers, because they're the ones that are obviously doing this. They're the ones that are doing this outside. So if they can try and find a way to, like... There's no way that the Doctor's going to, like, put something else in front of it. Do you remember how, like not too long ago, the Doctor sort of, with the Weeping Angels, he threw the Weeping Angels into the crack in time. And that basically closed it temporarily, right? And that was... It wasn't really, but it was it. Why do I get the vibe that she's going to do something similar? Because they sort of said antimatter, stopping antimatter is with matter. But yeah, either way, she's got an even bigger, as she says, more risky plan to try and stop this. The funny thing as well, like, when you look at it, is like the Ravagers, right? They're like sitting outside of the universe watching everyone just run around like children. Sontarans, Cybermen, Daleks, the Doctor. Well, maybe not the Doctor. The Doctor's the one person that's threatening them. My point is like, they're all doing this madness. But then the Ravagers or the Swarm and everything, they don't get... Well, they're going to get rid of it whether you like it or not, right? But yeah, this brings me back to my other theory, like I said way earlier in the episode, is I honestly believe she's going to get the passengers and she's going to use them against all these species, and she's going to trap these species into the passengers. Is that just me? Imagine she finds a way to trap the Flux into a passenger. That wouldn't be a thing, right? No way. But anyway, either way, the species, stopping the Flux in general, stopping the species from doing whatever they're about to do, and using the passengers, it just, for me, just makes sense.
Go, Miss Brown!
Transmat rings. Wait, stay there! Wow, he's not getting back now. How... Oh, great.
Oh dear.
But why didn't he just transfer? Why did he, like, do... Why did he... Yeah, it's so random. Dude. Ooh. Haven't seen that in a while. Yes! Ooh. Dude. I'm surprised they're, like, silly enough to accept that, you know. Cybermen maybe not, because they're just silly in general, but Daleks, really? I'm just surprised that they even, like, risked that, you know, even just slightly. But you know the Daleks, you know them. They get away, they get away. Every time.
All Centaurian ships, evacuate!
I'm afraid my French just took out your comms transmitters. Get clear.
Game over. Outsmarted. But the thing is, though, is have we really won? Guess who's still well there? We know exactly, the Ravagers.
I will now execute you.
I really don't
think
I'm going to have time.
Well, the Flux is already doing that for you. That's the thing, even though, like, we've done this, the Flux is still destroying everything. So we need to stop the Flux itself. And there's really not much time left. It's 10 minutes.
Passenger form. Inside is endless matter. Can't you use that?
What did I say about using the passenger? I thought about stopping the Flux, but throwing it into the Flux.
We summon and open the passenger form. The Flux will be drawn inside it.
What did I say? Oh my god. I literally said putting the Flux into the passenger. See, there you go. Because the Ravagers are using them so wisely, so why can't we, you know? That's my point. Game over. Well, we hope. Wait, does that mean they're not done? Does that mean the Ravagers are not done? How long are we left? Or is that them done? I kind of got that scene kind of confused me, you know?
Your time is heading to its end.
Oh my god.
It's not. You're wrong. Nothing is
goosebumps.
Forever. No regeneration. Beware of the forces that mass against you.
Wait.
And their master.
What?
What do you mean?
The master. The master.
What do you mean their master?
The master.
I restore you, Doctor.
Oh my god. Dude, you should... I wish there could have been a way I could have showed you my goosebumps just then with those lines.
You okay?
Crazy.
I'm whole again.
You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of, like, back with Tennant when the Ood sort of... They saved something and he sort of looked at the Doctor and he goes, your song is ending. And then the music just dropped and you're like...
Open door 7, please, Prentice.
Wait, is it
I knew you were skulking down
the door towards
And
death?
yet in your arrogance you came alone.
Yeah. Come on, Kate. I will say, like I did say before, I'm a bit upset that they haven't included her more. But that could just be me. Like, let me know down below what you think of that, guys. Whether you think that... Is that just me? I don't know. I feel like it may just be me. Literally just an asteroid in space. Oh, wow. He'll be back. He'll be back. Yep.
I'm sorry for what the
He'll
Sontarans did to the Lupare. Always glad to help.
I like this regeneration.
Oh, here we go. Here's the comments.
I hope so too.
You see, this is
yourself, Kate Stewart.
that's the interaction that I felt was missing, you know, throughout this episode. Just like some sort of friendly interaction. So Yaz is still thinking this. Wanna come? Yes.
Nice right. Left.
Yes.
Bedroom corridor.
I kind of got a weird feeling that someone may have left, actually. Wait, she does have the memories. But once again, does she want to see it, you know? That's what's stressing me out. Does she really want to see what's there?
Keep this safe. Somewhere deep within this TARDIS.
For when it's time.
Somewhere I can never find it.
You see? That's the thing, but that's what scares me, you know. She's getting rid of it, but she's not really. She's throwing it deep into the TARDIS where she'll never find it. But like, you know what I'm trying to say? But she's not getting rid of it. So the point is she knows that eventually time will come when she opens it and she's not going to like what she sees. You watch. You can see it in her eyes.
Unless I really ask for it.
Yeah, unless I really ask for it. See? What did I say? Okay, really quickly, for anyone that only stopped by for the reaction, thank you so much for tuning in. If you are signing off now, if you're going to listen to this sort of outro, which I just sort of discussed what happened, what's going on next, and, you know, just a general discussion about the episode, stick around. But for anyone that is leaving, thank you so much for tagging along. You've all been absolutely fantastic. But yeah, in summary of what we've just seen, just the most important bits, basically it was the Doctor and all these people across the universe coming together to stop, well, one, the Grand Serpent, which he will be back 100%, and two, the Flux, which ended up being completely consumed by the passenger. I predicted that. I'm so happy about that. But anyway, consumed, done. So much matter that it couldn't handle it. Flux is done. Doctors together. Memories are there but not restored yet. The important thing that I do want to discuss that is like sort of the main sort of ending of that episode is actually in relation to the Ravagers and then what he called their savior. One, the Ravagers, they look like they're almost like killed or consumed, so I don't actually think they're going to have that big a part to play, and to be honest, I don't think they were the masterminds behind this the whole time. Well, we know that whoever the savior is, that was the person coordinating and doing this all from his prison. The Ravagers were just doing someone's dirty work. The Doctor's been delivered, the Ravagers consumed, the Flux stopped, and now we've got the Saviour, who basically left the Doctor with a chilling message as this episode finished, basically to say, your time is coming to an end. And there's something that he mentioned, he said no regeneration, which so, like, I was like, what? No, what do you mean no regeneration? Like, that confused the heck out of me. I may have to watch it again. But so the time's coming to an end, as we already know, thanks to, like, the internet and the new Doctor coming soon. But the point is, the big point is, he will be back. Atropos, not, I think I said Lupari before, Atropos, that whole situation surrounding Atropos, the Saviour, that all is going to be back, along with the Grand Serpent. And like I said, there is going to be some continuity, I think, into future seasons. The Doctor isn't done with these species. That brings me to my next point, which is regarding another thing he said, and that he said, beware of the forces that build against you and the Master, or their Master. Who is that? Like, come on, we know who that is. The Master, Sacha Dhawan, will be back, probably in one of the specials, and probably will have something to do with the Doctor's demise. I mean, it's almost like a repeating factor that we get that the Master's, like, surrounds the Doctor's regeneration. I mean, it happened with Capaldi. I mean, it happened with Tennant. That's what it's sort of leading to. Obviously, the Master will be a part in one of the specials, or I don't know, how many specials are there? Like, I know there's the New Year's one, which they've already just had in the sort of next time, but what's after that? Are there more specials? I know the 60th is coming up. Is the 60th anniversary going to be before season 14? There's lots of questions I've got, guys. I don't really like to go and engage in the internet too much and ask those questions because, one, spoilers, and two, I like to theorize things myself, obviously, like, about what could happen. But yeah, if someone knows about how many, like, sort of specials there are before the next season, let me know down below. I'd really appreciate that, guys. I think the next biggest thing that I want to talk about is Yaz, and the companion situation, about whether, well, the fact that I do want some continuity into next season. Now, I kind of don't think it's going to happen now. Like, maybe it will, but my theory was that potentially we get someone or a character show up in this series and then be a part of the next series. I actually thought Claire would be a good companion. I don't know if that was just me. And I thought that Yaz would leave because of a connection issue. She felt that the Doctor wasn't open enough and there was lots missing, and she just felt like there was a bigger life like Martha out there waiting for her. But yeah, I'm a bit worried about that. I mean, they've done it before without companions sort of continuing over many times actually, so I'm not really that stressed about next season. I'm actually really excited obviously with RTD. This episode was fantastic, man. Lots to take away, lots to think about, and lots of some fantastic characters, man. I loved the whole arc with Belle and Vindo. I know a lot of people were sort of saying about it being the doctor was their baby or something, which I sort of never really thought, like, I don't know, it sort of felt like it would be a bit rushed if that was the sort of case, but hey, I don't think that's what it was. We don't really know yet. We don't even know if they're going to be back again. Now, there's one other plot I want to talk about before I sign off, guys, and it's about what I think may end up happening in future episodes or whenever this sort of comes up, and that is the Doctor's memories. It's been a huge part of Whittaker's era, and that's the fact that she does have these hidden memories. She does have time in her life that's been missing, and now we've got the fob watch with those memories. Now the question is, right, I sort of said, is she going to end up choosing? Does she want those memories, or is there something bad she's going to find out? Now at the end I was sort of thinking, okay, she's going to get rid of it. She was holding it over the TARDIS saying, almost, I thought she was going to destroy it. Like when she said, can you throw this to the darkest place of the TARDIS where I can't find it? I was like, but the thing is like, it's still there. Like, it's still not gone. So you can find it when you need it. And right at the end she says, unless I ask really nicely. So my point is that she's not letting go of that past, and I don't know how catastrophic that's going to be. I worry that there's memories she doesn't want to find out, but it is her past, so does she need to find them out? And that, for me, is one of the biggest plot lines we're going to be exploring in future episodes, maybe the specials, or maybe next season. Because those memories, man, there's something in there. I mean, the Ravagers were so quick to use that as leverage, and sort of, they were threatening her with it, saying, like, do you really want to know? Yeah, I think that's really all I have to say. Obviously, the next episode is to do with the Daleks, New Year's special, about a month away, so it'll be about a month until the next reaction, guys. Now, as a quick sign-off, being as this is the last episode, and it probably is going to be a slightly longer reaction as I have spoken for a bit longer, I just want to say about this series, it's been absolutely fantastic, and I know a lot of people don't agree with that. I've had people in the comments say that's delusional or whatever. It's been thrilling, the story's been amazing, like the way it's sort of all linked up at the end. We've got to figure out the Flux, the Ravagers, obviously with still questions unanswered. A lot of people may complain about that. I'm personally not. It provides continuity. It means the story's got more depth in future seasons. It means we can relate back to this season. It means it all connects, and that for me is just amazing, all that connection. I find it actually, for me, I prefer it over single standalone episodes. I like those too, but for me it's like so good to have this big overarching connection, like Bad Wolf, but amplified, and for me it's fantastic. I loved it. The series was amazing. For me, the best episode was probably The Weeping Angels. But every episode, I don't think a single episode missed the mark. I remember, was it episode, maybe last episode, episode 5, I remember feeling like was really confusing, and it was probably the weakest of the episodes, but even then, the benchmark was up here, and each episode just flew beyond it. It was absolutely fantastic, and I'm sure many of you agree with me. I loved it. It was so good. Whittaker was fantastic. Chibnall, take a bow, specials, and I'm sad to see him go, you know. Obviously, see how he does in the specials and see how he organises those slightly longer episodes. I think they end up being like a movie-length sort of episodes. Either way, he's basically leaving with a bang. An absolute bang. And I never thought I'd say this. Russell T Davies has a lot to live up to now, because this series, for me, sits a benchmark for the ongoing. Obviously, we had the dip with Chibnall. This hit a new level. Can we see beyond that? So it's just made the task a lot more difficult for RTD, but no doubt he'll do it, guys. So honestly, all fantastic. I rate this season a good 9 out of 10 and maybe 8 out of 10. Like, it's right up there, absolutely phenomenal. If you enjoyed this video and these videos of the series, guys, don't forget to smash the like button, and as ever, subscribe to the channel for new content every single week. And don't forget to follow my Instagram, guys, British Chat with 2 P's, link is in the description below. And of course, as ever, let me know in the comments what you thought of the series, generally just the series, what you think's next, the whole situation with the Doctor, the memories, Yaz, companions, specials. Just let me know, guys. Smash your comments in the comment section, and I'll be able to get some discussion going. But yeah, guys, as ever, this has been your boy British Chat. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the